My channel. Welcome to Eccentric. This is your reading for 2022. As I am pulling your oracle card for each month, I am going to put out some disclaimers. Okay, that's all right with you. First and foremost, if something sounds like medical advice, I want to let you know that I don't give medical advice and I am not a medical professional. Okay? Now, energy comes to you, from you, and happens around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest. Understand that even though I am going by each month, it is very important that you understand that anything I say for a particular month can happen at any point of the year. Okay? With all that being said, let's continue on. January, February, March, April to May here. June, July. Let's see what we got. August. Let's adjust here. Let's adjust here. We got to August, yeah? September, October, November and December. What order? November and December. There we go. Got you all laid out. Why did I hear the goose is loose? Let's get into it, Aquarius. Y'all got Sagittarian energy potent right now, too. So as I'm getting ready to flip the first card for January, we've got all tied up. But the goose is loose and Sagittarian energy came up as well. Okay? You got the number 5 prominent. You got that all tied up card. You may be dealing with a Sagittarius. You may feel stuck with a Sagittarius. Or the Sagittarius, you may be making the Sagittarius person feel stuck. There may be some paperwork or protocols between you and a Sagittarius person, or something that you're trying to do together that involves paperwork and you're having to deal with a lot. Okay, so we've got the 3 of Pentacles, the World card, and then we got the King of Swords energy. So I feel like you are in some kind of process that involves a lot of paperwork, right? And you're learning during this process. Okay? Things have changed too. Like, I feel like the reason why you're dealing with what you're dealing with is because things have changed. And this process is no longer the way it used to be. Okay? Now, some of you, this process has to do with travel. You're dealing with visas, you're dealing with paperwork, you're dealing with, just rules. Maybe COVID rules, things like that. Now with that all tied up card, that feeling all tied up, feeling like hopeless, like there's no solution, that can be alleviated through research. Do your research, talk to people who are in authority positions, ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions, and don't sit around too long without asking questions if things are not going the way that you were told they were supposed to go, okay? Some of y'all, this is like past tense. And with this number 5 energy, you may be traveling in January. Okay? With a Sagittarius. And it's interesting because this 3 of Pentacles energy is like there's an announcement that you're going to travel. There's some kind of announcement being made. And for some odd reason, even, with the World card, it represents endings of cycles. So for some of you, you're out of this energy and you're finally able to move forward. You have the documents, you have everything you need, and you're coming out of this all tied up situation. Okay? Let's move on to February. You've got the third chakra, Archangel Michael, the solar plexus chakra, the color yellow, the number 1, leadership. Okay? So for February, we got leadership. You also have new beginnings in February as well. Gold seems to be a theme for February for you, Aquarius. Gold. Something about gold, whether you're investing in it, whether it's a material that you use in your profession, there's something about gold. It could even be the color gold, something significant, either accessories or clothing that is gold colored. But pay attention to the gold, okay? Even things with the word gold in them. You've got the 2 of... Some of you are literally like going to get married either on Valentine's Day or something. Opposed to on Valentine's Day. Your status is changing in February. Like it's done. And I feel like it's a large task that is being completed. Y'all got this energy of things finally being done. You've got the 2 of Cups here. This is a soulmate energy. This is a I like you, you like me. We feel the same way about each other. We're not confused. And you may be dealing with a person that has Leo energy, Aquarius. You may be traveling with this person. That may be part of your 2 of Cups connection, is that you want to travel together. And with this 10 of Swords, it's talking about things never being the same. It's talking about an ending, like if you jump timelines, an ending of a whole paradigm here, okay? And then there's this door that you 2 are going to walk through, and they're showing me jumping the broom, so I know some of y'all getting married in February. So, but you definitely got new beginnings going on, and travel seems to be a really strong theme in your life so far of 2022, Aquarius. So I think that's interesting. At least you won't have to travel alone. Some of you Aquarians may be traveling to because you got communication about an ending, whether it be a person passing away that you were really close to, because that could be the case, or something that you held dear, a project ending, something you were very much so a part of. There's a communication from afar, and you have to come and see about whatever this 10 of Swords is, okay? But I know the connection to the 10 of Swords is definitely something that you're passionate about, connected to, and you're affected by, right? Let's move on to this March energy in the now. March energy in the now. We have got victory for March. And you're dealing with the number 1 again. I hear that that saying, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So, what is this victory all about, Spirit? What are we victorious over? Oh, some of you Aquarians are reaching a victory when it comes to your mind. Maybe you've had some psychological battles. You're definitely winning. You're victorious over some mental issue. Yeah, look at this. You got the Nine of Swords, you got the Page of Swords, and then you've got this Nine of Wands energy. So, if you've been fighting mentally with any kind of mental disorder, mental stress, mental anything, I feel like in March it's gonna let up. Okay? There's a victory over whatever demons you've been having to face, whatever automatic negative thoughts that may have been having. Like a lot of stuff that it seems as if your life literally like changed overnight, but we know that it didn't. We know that there was a whole bunch that went into this process. But once that thing, whatever that one thing was done, there was so much you didn't have to think about anymore. That adversity disappeared. You weren't all over the place like the Page of Swords, just, talking about what you didn't know and things like that. Like, literally, something shifted to where there was so much, you had a mental burden that was relieved in March, or is going to be relieved in March for some of you. And also, for some of you, you are in the process of or wanting to buy land. And this land may be near some mountains. You plan on like growing food or something. But there's something you was worried about before. You no longer have to be concerned with it all. There may be a responsibility that you were released from, and you don't have to deal with this adversity anymore. I feel like you were in an energy where you had responsibilities with other people, and maybe they just don't listen. They didn't listen to you, and you would have to deal with the damage control and stuff. You don't have to do that anymore. There's a responsibility being released here, okay? April, you got the woman holding the coin. Some of you Aquarians, I think you've been waiting on an amount of money that you knew was coming. You got the number 6. You may have been waiting on this amount of money so you can purchase some kind of residential or some kind of property. It could be residential, commercial. You want to purchase some kind of property, and you were waiting for money to come through in order to do this thing you're trying to do. I heard the word marvelous. Aquarius, I feel like you're going to have a sense of pride in yourself for what you've accomplished, or what you were able to accomplish once you got out of this all tied up energy. You've got the Knight of Cups here, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio person, and you've got kids. I can tell you this now. You definitely are dealing with some children. I'm not talking to those of you who don't have children. And even if you don't have children, you may be dealing with somebody else's kids. But you got 2 pages in a night. You got the Page of Discs, the Page of Spears, and then you've got the Knight of Cups, okay? So some of you may have multiple children, or you may be dealing with multiple children. That's the first thing that came up, and you have responsibilities like as a parent to these children, right? Now, for some of you, you're the Knight of Cups. You may have water in your chart, Aquarius, and then you've got 2 children that you're dealing with. But there's definitely like parental responsibility coming up here in some kind of way. And even if you're the child, and you may be dealing with your parent, right? Your parent may be an earth sign person, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Or you may be dealing with an individual that kind of treats you like a kid, or there's some kind of responsibility here, like an adoption, or you're responsible for somebody's child. You've inherited something. It could be a house or building or something. You received either a child or a person or a property that you are now needing to be responsible for. I was like, man, y'all help me out. There's something going on here in April where you have a new responsibility. It's not a bad thing. Um, and again, it doesn't matter whether it's a property or not. There were funds you were waiting for to assist you with this situation. Y'all got a lot going on. Like, y'all got a lot of real world, let me have my stuff together. Let me pay these bills. Let me make sure this person is squared away, type energy in April. Oh, yeah. Let's see, May. We got the temple path. Oh, and the first thing I hear is you can't run from it. You got the temple path. You're dealing with the number 3. Anytime I see the temple path, we are definitely dealing with a spiritual journey, some kind of spiritual something, whether it's a short lesson, a journey, whatever. You are definitely dealing with something spiritual. Okay, what's going on with this temple path in May, in the now? You've got the hangman. There we go with that faith and that Pisces energy. You've got the 5 of wands. There's a conflict. And then you've got the beautiful 9 of cups. Very complicated energy. Thank you for making me work. I'm already hot. All right. So this is what this looks like. Now, the temple path and the hanged man card are both talking about having faith and there's something spiritual going on. So Aquarius, if you are only seeing the 5 of rods, understand that it's not something that you can control. And you've got to change your perspective to the 9 of cups in your situation, because it's not what it seems. Spirit is moving in your life, and whatever needs to be destroyed or needs to go is going right now. And it may look like your life is falling apart, but it's not. And Spirit is like, focus on this 9 of cups energy. Focus on what you do have and what is going right for you. And have faith that everything's going to fall into place. That's very important. And if you need anything, talk to the angelic realm about getting your basic needs met. Okay? That's very important. Some of you Aquarians in May may not be able to work or do what you normally do because you're going to be having ascension symptoms or abilities coming online. You may see a higher occurrences of orbs, ET activity, things like that. So just be aware of that, and don't be hard on yourself. Take your time, do what you have to do. You can't control this situation. June, we've got the first chakra, Archangel Michael, red. You've got the number 8. We're talking about manifestation, okay? We're talking about being stable, feeling secure, providing what you need to provide for yourself and not expecting to live through or off of other people, Aquarius. Really providing and fortifying your inner foundation, your outer foundation, on your own, and allowing other people to be helpmates and supplement, but not actually expecting them to be responsible for what you are the caretaker of. Okay? All right. Let's see. Archangel Michael, what you got for us in the now? You got the Star card. Hey, definitely manifesting. All right. Somebody is teaching a class. People are learning from you, or you're learning from people. You may be taking a short course. But or you may have received some kind of class or going to school as a gift. Um, there's some of you are teaching, okay, and some of you are going to school, okay, and then for some of you, you're giving the gift of being able to go to school, like to one of your kids or somebody. Somebody is facilitating a new start, a new beginning for somebody else. Okay, I'm getting scholarship energy. I'm getting, what wasn't possible is now possible. Divine timing. There's a wish granted for something that was wanted is now here. Okay, something was called in and now it is ready to go with that full card. Okay, whatever it may be. Whatever it may be. What's going on in July? We've got the journey. Y'all got travel heavy in 2022. So don't think you're going to be just sitting at home. You're going to be traveling. And I'm not talking about just city to city. You're going to be doing some major travel in 2022, Aquarius. Okay? Catching flights, road trips. It's happening. Make sure you got some good luggage. Durable luggage. All right. Mm-hmm. They say in July, they say make sure you pack double of what's important to you. Like pack 2. All right, you've got the 9 of Swords, you've got the 4 of Pentacles, and then you got the Knight of Wands. I can understand because you're dealing with all of this travel energy, and the Knight of Wands is a traveling card as well. That energy likes to explore, likes to get out there, wants to go. But I feel like there's going to be periods of time where you're worried about whether you have enough money to travel. Whether you're concerned about how you're going to make ends meet. But the way that I see it is that you're not traveling just to travel. Like you're not so Aquarius, you're not just gonna up and go, and not think about how much things cost or anything like that. I think this happens during the trip that things come up and you're wondering whether you're going to have enough money to do them or not, to deal with it or not, okay? It's not one of those situations where you're going to be irresponsible. Life happens. And I don't even feel like it's a whole bunch of life happening to you while you're on your trip. I think opportunities are going to come up while you're on your trip, and you're going to be trying to make room to take advantage of these opportunities. And you're going to have to pick and choose. You're going to have to sacrifice this in order to do this new thing that popped up type situation. And for some of you Aquarians, I don't feel like you're traveling alone either. Okay. All right, August, the garden and the gate, the garden and the gate. You've got the number 3 again. With that garden and the gate, some of y'all are going to be visiting museums or art galleries. There's fine art. There's a fine art energy going on here. Some of y'all are going to be learning the history of certain places, people, things. That's interesting. You've got a beautiful 2022. It is what you make it. Because I feel like you're going to have minor bumps in the road, and they'll only turn into mountains if you grow them. Okay, so you've got the 6 of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the World. What? Look, Aquarius, look. Don't say I did not warn you. Because a lot of this travel, that's coming up, Aquarius, I promise you, You're not just waking up every morning talking about, oh, let me just go to Italy real quick. No, I think it's people requesting your presence. And this is why you get into these situations where you're wondering if you have enough and things like that, but you're provided for. You just probably don't. It's mental. It's one of those things where somebody's requesting your presence and you just like to have your own. And that's good for anybody. You want to be stable on your own. You don't want to just be 100% relying on people in a land or in a place that you don't know. You see? So that's why you want to have at least something when you do travel. But seriously, with this Ace of Wands and this Six of Wands in the world, I'm like, dude, get it. Your little passport book gonna be all stamped up. um, for others of you, the garden in the gate is talking about leaving the garden. Some of you may have children that are leaving the house, going to college, or just going to the workforce. Some of you have found success and you're finally able to move out of where you are and go to where you want to be, Aquarius. Some of you have successfully purchased a home or land or something, like it's yours now. That garden in the gate card, it's got me looking like, this is my garden. You see what I mean? Like, wow, I did it. I'm here. Like, it's a surreal type energy. Like, you're going to be like, wow, like, after years of talking about it, it's done. Like, this is happening. This is real. It's tangible. Okay? In August, there's plenty of business to be had if you're in a creative field, and if you're in entertainment. August is going to seem very busy and lucrative for you, Aquarius. Okay? So yeah, that's the energy that I'm getting for August till August. September, we got anxiety. I mean, who wouldn't have anxiety as much as you running around in 2022? I'm just saying. The number 9. One thing I do see consistently is a lot of endings and new beginnings, but at least you're not going it alone, because I feel like there's somebody for the ride with you here, Aquarius. You got you a ride or die. You got anxiety. Some of you Aquarians are nervous because you have been placed in a leadership position or a new position, and it's everything is new for you and you're nervous. Okay? Because you got to show up now. It's no longer an idea. You actually have to show up now. We've got the Queen of Swords energy, the Four of Swords energy, and we've got again, what are you worried about, Aquarius? Oh my goodness. We've got healing with the Four of Swords. We got the Queen of Swords, and we got the Nine of Swords. All of this swords energy in September. Okay, Aquarius, some of y'all need sleep. You're burnt out in September, literally. And you're going to need to tell people no. That's what that Queen of Swords is there for. No, because it's too much. I need to handle myself. I need to handle my PTSD, my anxiety. I need to pause for the cause, is what Aquarius is saying. I need to chill. Okay? Some of you Aquarians may be worried about another air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person. You're worried about them because of their health. Or somebody may be worried about you because of your health. And then some of you Aquarians may be doing something spiritual and dealing with the ancestors. And because of that process, you can't sleep, or your sleep is being affected. You're going through some kind of rite of passage or something that's kind of like ascension symptoms, but it's not, you know, and there's going to be a period of time in September where you don't really, things are just not the same because you're calibrating to a new energy. It's a little uncomfortable, but you'll get through it, and then everything will be good. October, you've got contract. Contract. Somebody's definitely getting married somewhere in 2022. Okay? All right, let's see here. Even if you're not getting married, you may be going to a wedding or part of a wedding, and you may have to travel to it. Okay. We've got the 9 of Pentacles for October. That's good to see. That's good to see. We've got the Queen of Spears, which is the Queen of Swords. And we've got the Ace of Wands. This is good. I like this. This is, I finally got a handle on things. And I have the power and the wisdom. Okay? Now, whatever happened in September seems to be expressing itself in October. So you definitely went through some kind of transformation, and it was spiritual, because now you have activated this contract card. You have stepped into this contract, and you're actually fulfilling it. And for some of you, you done turned into the high priestess, magician. Something's going on here to where something that wasn't, you didn't feel like it was real, or you weren't serious about something, but now it's real, and now it's serious, and now it's like evident. You know what I mean? Like, that's the energy that I'm feeling for you. Look up the spiritual meaning to rubies, the precious stone ruby. But yeah, you come in with some power and wisdom and mad stability and fertility and abundance, okay, in October. So that's awesome. Some of you Aquarians that are single may meet somebody in October. That's another air sign person. Romantically. I had to say romantically. All right, November, hostilities. Dun, 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 Tarzan. Hostilities in November. What's going on? Why do we have hostilities in November? We got that number 8 for November. We got hostilities. There seems to be an argument or fight over property or principle. Okay. What's right and what's not right? What belongs to who? I don't understand why that's happening yet, so let's just get into it. We got the 10 of Swords. Somebody in 2022 that you were connected to, Aquarius, has passed away. And I feel like somebody is dealing with paperwork, assets, things like that. Okay? You've got the 8 of Pentacles as well. And then you've got the 9 of Rods. So yeah, there's a defense. There's the 8 of Pentacles is saying you don't want to do more and you don't want to do less. You just want to kind of keep the rhythm. Keep the rhythm, right? Keeping that rhythm of the 8 of Pentacles allows you to protect what is yours and what you worked hard for. Now with that 10 of Swords, it's talking about because of an ending. Now, even if you didn't have someone pass away, maybe a company went under, okay? Because of some kind of ending, you're having to salvage what was left or what your part was of it. So maybe some of you are getting a divorce and you're splitting properties, but whatever is happening, you're having to get your part and make sure that you secure your part of it, okay? And you have enough to continue on your own. without just being handicapped from this situation. Spirit wants you to know that in November, no matter what comes your way, come what may, you are protected in the now. Okay? You are protected in the now. Because there are some people that you're going to be dealing with in November that don't have emotional intelligence, empathy, and they're just very possessive and just very root chakra oriented. Okay? December, we've got strategy. All right. All right. And some of you, it's interesting because you got a lot of number 3s in your reading. Some of you may be getting into some kind of art, calligraphy. Calligraphy is coming up as well. What else we got going on for December? Oh, look at that. Wow. So y'all, okay, these are some themes. You got some themes going on here for real. In 2022, just period, I want y'all to understand there may be a death, there may be a divorce, but there's also a marriage and some kind of adoption. I'm not seeing somebody give birth to a child, but that could possibly be the child coming into your life, but you're either taking on an adult that you're responsible for or a child that you're responsible for, or you are the person that is being received. Now, in December, you have got the 10 of Pentacles and the 3 of Swords and the 4 of Wands. I find it interesting because it's kind of like a bittersweet thing. You got that 10 of Pentacles. You have that land, that home. You have that thing, that job, that business that you wanted. But there's still this sadness because either somebody was not there to enjoy it with you or see it. Maybe you are upset or sad because you wish somebody could be at your wedding, but they're passed away and they've been passed away, and you're just feeling sentimental. But it's like you have every reason to be happy. That's why I think it's a bittersweet type situation. You've got opportunities for business and contracts. You've got job opportunities that are going to allow you to travel at the same time. Some of you are moving. Even if you're not purchasing a home, you're moving. So there's a lot going on, and you're definitely going to need to get your rest. And then there's also some heart chakra healing going on here as well. Spirit wants you to focus on all the good that's happening in your life and do not allow these minor little molehills to ruin everything else, because there's way too many blessings happening for you in 2022, Aquarius, okay? So yeah, those are the messages I have for you in the now. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you soon.